What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Drifting Dreamers 5. Welcome back to the beginning of the year of the rental. Today behind me, I'm at a rental house that we're checking out. We're gonna be going through several houses that are for rent in my general area, guys. Unfortunately, we are not in Paris anymore. We are looking in the big town of Fort Smith. I was not able to find anywhere in Paris that would actually fit our needs. Really, they couldn't find anywhere to rent in Paris, period. So here we go. Let me go ahead and show you this first house. We're gonna look at the outsides of the houses, and then Lissa is going to add in what the inside looks like. She's in the truck right now, not feeling well, so let's check it out. This is a pretty nice place. This right here is going to be a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. It's got a nice fenced in backyard right here. And as we're walking to the backyard right here, guys, I do want to point out that there are a few things that is on the list that we are not going to even think about getting if it doesn't have these requirements. The requirements, number one, as you can see right here behind me, has to have a fenced in backyard. We are not going to accept any rental that will not accept our animals, because our animals are like family to us and we don't want to live without them. So number one, fenced in backyard. Let me zoom out a little bit right here, guys. This is a really nice fenced in backyard. Looks like it's got a newer HVAC unit, not brand new, but it's newer. It is a pretty small backyard, but it is a backyard nonetheless. It's not privacy fenced on this side, but that's okay. And to the other side of the house, you can see that there is another entryway right here to the backyard. But it's not bad. It's a brick home, so you know it's going to be at least sturdy for the most part. Nice little yard. Fair neighborhood, but there are some pros and cons. Check it out. The neighborhood is kind of busy. Not terribly, you know, it's not on a main road. One of the things that I do like about this, though, is that it is in a neighborhood per se. And the house is old, but it's in fair condition. I do like that it is a residential neighborhood and not on like a major road or something like that. Something else I don't like about this place, though, is that there are no sidewalks. As you can see in the neighborhood, on either side of the road, it is just yard and there's no sidewalks, but that's okay. It's got a 1-car garage, and Lissa's gonna show you what the inside looks like right here. Not too bad, right? I kind of like it. Hard floors all over the place. I'm not a real big fan of carpet anyway, especially with the doggies. Let's go on down the road and get to the next stop. This is gonna be interesting. All right, we've made it to the second spot. This house right here is a little bit bigger. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, a little bit newer of a house. I'll go ahead and spin it around so you guys can see for yourself some positives and some negatives. And Lissa has decided to get out and look at this one again too. Let me back it up and zoom a little bit. As you guys can see, this one also has the 1-car garage. This one does have a little front porch deal on it. Let's go ahead and point out the obvious. This yard is very small, and we're not in a residential neighborhood per se. This is more or less on a road, not really a main road, but a busier road, definitely nonetheless. Gotta have a fenced-in yard. That is a must. See the HVAC unit. No side gate over here. Let's go check the other side. Lissa's already ahead of us. We'll look through the windows in a second. Oh wow, here's a positive. This one's got a storm shelter. Negative about this, no privacy fence. Wow. Let's check it out. Oh. If you've never seen the inside of one, here's your chance. Interesting. That's pretty cool. You want to look in here or no? This will be Lissa's very first time looking inside of a storm shelter. You can see it's got a nice little latch to latch it on down. Go ahead and put that back in there. I do like that it has a lot of shade trees back here. Look at that. I bet this was for a dog. I bet the dog would grab this and hang on it and stuff like that. Dogs like to do that. And this might have been the dog's area right here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. Just speculating. I'm sure all the doors are locked, but we can go look inside of the windows over here. Let's go look in the front windows. Check it out. Pretty busy road. The rent on this place is a little bit cheaper, but it probably reflects with the busyness. I do like it has a little front porch. With the little stone. We will show you guys some pictures of this house as well. But there's the front. I'm sure it's locked. The lock box is right there. Yeah, it's locked. Alright. Lissa will show you guys all the pictures of this one inside. There's a few more to go. Let's get on back down the road. Now that's a hill. If I ain't never seen a hill, boy, that's a hill right there. That's okay, because now we're at our next destination. This is another 3-bedroom, 1-bath. About it's a smaller side. I think it's 1,100 square feet. It's got a nice little carport instead of a one-car garage. It's got a one-car carport with a little walk-in right here. Little closet. Okay. Okay. Backyard. Pretty big. It is a pretty big backyard. Not much shade back here, but it is pretty big. I like that it has a little double gate right here and some extra parking possibly to be able to have some. It is fenced in, but unfortunately it's not privacy fenced. That's okay. Does got a newer HVAC. Oh, I like that. Listen, it's got some nice French doors back here. I know they're all gonna be locked. Now I do want to say most of these houses we've already been to and we've already been inside and checked them out. This is one we've never been to. It was a newer one that popped up on the screen and I thought I'd come by and check it out. Looks like they're still cleaning this one. Yep, still got some cleaning to do in there. I think I seen online that it said it wouldn't be ready until the end of August anyway. It's got a nice little front porch. Real tiny yard. I can only imagine most of the yards are gonna be tiny front yards. Anyway, as usual, Lissa will drop it in right about here, what the inside looks like. Alright, we are pulling up to one now that is a fan favorite of my own anyway. Probably one of the biggest backyards that's fully privacy fenced that we have looked at so far. Definitely a front runner of what's going on. All of these houses we're showing you guys are definitely ones that we've been thinking about. This is a front runner. Oh, let's check it out. Here, I'll walk back here. Let's walk back here and give you guys a view. There we go. This is a pretty good sized house, but the yard is the biggest one. Listen, I have already been inside of this house and looked around. Matter of fact, I think this is like our third time coming back to look at it. It's got a really nice big front porch. I like how they threw some lattice up here. Now this house has a bunch of mini splits. I do believe each individual room has a whole bunch of mini splits on it. So no central heating and air, but there is heating and air all around. Let's go ahead and jump into the main thing about here and let's look at this backyard. Nice privacy fence gate. Holy smokes, look at that. Not one, but two separate buildings back here in the back. Look at this massive yard over here. Man, what a yard. Whole area. You can see the other mini split over here. Now this is one of the older houses that we've looked at so far. Back porch needs a little work. I'll show you the inside of those buildings in just a second if it's unlocked. A mini split in every room. Now, a negative about this is it is literally right behind a business. This is like a hair salon right here, and it is right behind the hair salon. But man, what a yard. Privacy fence looks to be in good shape all the way around. Little trail so they can come back here and check the water meter, or I mean the gas meter. It's got a little bit of shade back here. I like it. They've already started cleaning up the yard. Piled it all up right there. It's a nice little building. Little shop. Nice little workshop. Let me put that back in there. Little area to put all kinds of things. And then listen, she's over there just thinking away. So two negatives about this. Well, a couple of negatives. One, it is right there behind the salon. Two, this is a pretty busy road out here. And three, this is also one of the more expensive properties that we've been looking at.
Nice yard though.
This one's right at the top of our budget. All the ones that we've been looking at today and the ones that we are going to be looking at are in between $1,000 a month and $1,500 a month. This one's at the top at $1,500. We'll show you guys the inside. Well, she'll show you guys the inside right here. All right, well, this is a surprise. There is a house that we have already looked at before that was vacant, and now someone actually has already moved in, and I didn't get an update. I guess that's why it's important to pay that deposit. Check it out though. Oop. That was a nice place. It was a little bit bigger than some of the other places we were looking at. Hey, doggy dog. They got a doggy dog. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here as to not invade these people's privacy, although we are in public and there's no expectation of privacy in public. But no need to film their house. We're gonna get down the road. There's another one, just a mile or so down the road. This is unbelievable. Check this out. Well, hello. If that's not the strangest dog I ever did see. Hey, doggy dog. I know it's not a dog, it's a goat. How cool and how strange. Super cool, super strange. All right, we're almost to our next spot. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, we've made it to our next stop. Couple of pros and cons about this place, just like all the other ones. I guess the only thing to do is to go ahead and show you. Here it is. It's for rent. It's for rent, Lissa. Is this the one? Needs a little bit of work. I will say it needs a little bit of work. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not this place behind us over here. I'm just pulling your leg. Nope, this is the next spot right here. The next spot also has a little bit of a smaller front yard, pretty much just like all the other ones, guys. We are looking in town, so the front yard's not going to be too big. This one also has a one-car garage, older home. Let's go around back. We've been to this home already. Let me zoom out a little bit. We've been to this home already and looked around. This is another house that's going to be no central heating and air, but there is a lot of mini splits. There's a mini split in every room. Got a little fence to enter the backyard here. Needs a little trimming. Does need a little trimming. This was the old unit, obviously. And another mini split. What'd you say?
This one has 2 back doors.
Oh yeah, yep. So this one does have 2 back doors. Here's the garage right here, the one-car garage. It has a back door for the garage. And then around here, it has a back door to get into the house itself. This one does have a covered back porch area. It's pretty nice. The backyard isn't massive, but it's pretty good size. And something that is great about this place, Lissa.
They just put these in.
Oh, you're right. They did just put these on. Look at that. When we were here last time, these were like rotted post out, wasn't they? Or were? Oh, that's right. It was just a metal thing. Look, right there. See it? Right there. See the two, 1 and 2? That was the right here. This little metal grate, huh?
Make it more sturdy.
Make it more sturdy. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Not bad. Missing a little thing right here. Hey, look at this little grill. This is so cool. This is super cool. I was looking at this line. I was like, what is this a spider web? But it's not. It's like a fishing line. Anyway, look at this cool. This is so cool. It's a grill. It's like a grill at a state park or something. Huh?
Mostly privacy fence.
Yeah, mostly privacy fence. Got a big it's got one of those PVC fences back here. I do love these shade trees. Whole backyard is full of shade. So that's nice. God, I don't know. I think this is just where they had cleaned up the backyard before and pulled all the vines down and stuff like that. Looks like from the tree over here. The fence is in good shape all the way around. This is pretty interesting. Look at this. Look at this. It's got a river back here, guys. Look. It's the in-town river. That's pretty cool. More like a drainage ditch. But that is another bonus of a positive, that there's not a person directly on the back side. I wonder if it's unlocked. Last time we came by here, Alyssa, it was unlocked. Is it? Oh! Unlocked. Do you want to go in or no? Hello. Well, this has been the only one today that we've been able to go inside. And I think that was an accident. But, little glimpse, guys. Just a little glimpse. Little glimpse. We're not really supposed to be in any of these houses because you're supposed to set up an appointment to come through and walk around and stuff like that. So I'm not going to just go through everything and check it out. We have already been in this one. I think this is our third time coming to look at this one as well. It is also another one of the front runners. But like I said, all of these have been, if we're showing them to you, we're thinking about them. Not a lot of room right here.
And if we're showing...
Hold on, what was that?
And if we're showing them to you, that means that they have all been approved of the dogs.
What? What are you trying to tell me, Lisa, that there are actually places that will approve all of our animals?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Regardless of how many people think not.
So great, so positive. Not only have we been able to find rentals that are in our budget and our price range, but we've also been able to find them that will accept our animals. I know, pet deposits and pet rents, but that's okay. Another positive and negative both about this place is that a positive is it's not a real busy neighborhood. The neighborhood seems not real busy. So that's a positive, but there are no sidewalks right here. The sidewalks start on the next road over, but that's okay. We got one or two more to show you guys. Let's go on down the road. Lisa will show you guys what the rest of the rooms in here look like via picture. Get back to it. Well, I sure wish they would have gave me the memo about these houses. Because now this is the second one that we have looked at, and we've looked at this one a couple times. There's somebody there already. Yep. There's a car in the garage, which means it is gone. I think we got one more on the list before we grab some lunch. Let's go ahead and check this one out, and we'll wrap this video up here shortly. Now, I know a lot of people have asked, hey, since you work for an apartment maintenance company, don't they offer apartments for you guys? And the answer, well, the short answer is yes. I do maintenance 5 different apartment complexes, guys, and this is one of them. It's not too bad, and a bonus on all these is that they got a swimming pool. But a lot of these right here, guys, are 3 bedrooms right here, so these apartments could work. I would also get a heck of a discount. Trying to figure out a good way. Let me 1 second. Oh, listen, hold on, I'll show you where I go. Now we're in the shady spot. This is my little area where I come and park under the shade tree and do a little bit of paperwork when I need to get caught up. Now, here's the facts. The company I work for will give me an apartment to live in for a hell of a discount, like 50% off. We could live in these apartments for like $500 a month, $600 a month, and it would save so much money. We would be able to stack up for a year and really, really have a few coins left over. The animals are also, I'm not sure how, but the animals also would be approved to live in these apartments. If you're willing to put a $300 pet deposit down for the first pet, $250 for the next one, and $200 for each additional pets after that, and $25 a month pet rent per pet, which is kind of the same everywhere. All these places we've been looking at does have a pet deposit. Each pet will require its own deposit, and each pet does have its own monthly fee. So we got like $125 a month just in pet rent, just to keep that in mind. So yes, we have been getting a lot of comments talking about an apartment. Don't the company you work for offer apartments? They do. 5 different apartment complexes I could choose from that I work at, not counting the ones I haven't even been to. So there's that. I think there is 1 or maybe 2 more places that we're going to look at on the way back out. It's a little bit closer to Paris. I think this one's a little bit bigger too. All right, we have made our way out of Fort Smith to the town of Barling. Now, Barling is very close to Fort Smith. It's the town just east before you actually get into Fort Smith. A little bit closer to Paris, so Alyssa don't have to drive so far. Because remember what we told you before? The kids are not going to be changing schools. We have already started school. School has started in Paris. We're going to continue going to Paris. And, well, that's going to be Alyssa's part-time job. Is making a run to Paris 4 times a day. Dropping them off, coming back, picking them up, coming back. No matter where we go, it's going to be some driving. Now I'm going to show you this place. This is a pretty cool place. It won't take too long because there ain't too much to look at. Really, really, really nice neighborhood. These are townhouses, guys. These are duplex, not townhouses, they're duplexes. I think townhouses are up high, you know, has a top story and a bottom story. But these are some really nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I think it has like 1,500 square feet in here. These are pretty big places. And it kind of looks like somebody lives here. Dang. I did want to point it out that they have, there's a couple of these places for rent. Dang, yeah, I think somebody is Yep. But backyards, man, this is like the third time now we've come to one of the places we were looking at for rent, and someone's already moved in. But as I was saying, there are many duplexes. There's like 4 duplexes. I keep calling them, yeah, duplexes. There's like 4 of them available here. Really nice neighborhood, and I think there's a city park here as well. Lots of really cool amenities. Let's check them out. Really nice neighborhood. Small yards, but big backyards. That's like the theme. Really nice, quiet neighborhood. I like it. Something else really cool about the city of Barling in this little area, they got a really cool splash pad over here. This is the Barling City Park. Super cool. I really love the area out here. It's real laid back. Got some nice bathrooms over there. This is actually back there is where they did the fireworks for the town of Barling. There's a lot of parking out here, and I'll show you guys in a second up there. They got a really nice big city park as well. I won't lie, these duplexes are definitely at the top of the list. They're really nice. Probably some of the nicer of the places that we looked at. Yeah. They are connected by a wall to a whole another place, so that's something to think about. Especially as loud as I am and as loud as Serenity is, so that's something to think about. Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know this, and I am so glad to see this, because I don't know where a lot of them are. I know there's one of them, and I know now that there's another one right here. Drew, from Drew Lens, if you're watching, brother, I'm challenging you right now. They got him. They got him. Disc golf. Hey, Drew Lens, hey, it was fate. Oh man, that's so cool. It just so happens. Hey guys, if you don't know my buddy Drew from over at Drew's Lens, check out his channel. He's got a lot of great content coming your way. He makes some really cool videos. And he's the one that showed me how to play disc golf the very first time at the meetup over in Oklahoma. I threw one disc one time and I was hooked. So this is pretty cool. You got a really nice park. Man, this is a nice disc golf course. So cool. So cool. Guys, we're going to be ending this video with only one more town left. We're going to be going back a little closer towards Paris. We're going back a little more east to the city, well, to the town of Charleston. Charleston. I done grabbed Alyssa some Arby's for lunch. Got her fed. Charleston. Well, Charleston did not turn out the way I was thinking. I haven't really looked at the houses for rent in Charleston in a week or so. We've been looking at other places, and guess what? Every single house that was for rent is already rented out. Wow. So that kind of puts a damper on things, at least being able to stay close enough to where the ride wouldn't have to be so far for Alyssa to bring the kids to school every day. So, I guess we've narrowed down our choices, at least a little bit. Looks like we're either going to be in the town of Fort Smith or the town of Barling, at least for the next year. As I said, the year of the rental is upon us. It's going to be starting on September 1st, no matter what. Right before my birthday. Hey, last year we moved for Lys's birthday. This year, for my birthday, we're moving again. And then the way it's going to end up is going to be for my birthday next year. We plan on buying a house. So here we go. Those were the houses that we were. Also, I would also like to point out, those were not the only houses that we looked at. The houses that we showed you today, well, at least 3 of the houses that we, well, counting Barling, so 3 of the houses and a duplex, we did go ahead and do the application fee, and we were cleared and everything like that. So our decision is upon us. One thing is for sure, wherever we go, we're gonna have a fence for the dogs. All the dogs are coming with us, and the kids are not changing school. One of the positives, at least, trying to stay positive, one of the positives is that no matter what, I won't have to drive so far to get to work, because I do drive the truck to work, and this truck does not get great fuel mileage, at least not as good as the Honda. The Honda gets closer to 30 miles to the gallon, and this on its best day, the truck's only going to do about 20. So we've broke it down to see what it is right now. With us living here in Paris, obviously it's almost no gas money for the kids to get to school and back and forth all week long. But for me, on an $80 fill up, I have to fill up like 2 times during the week just for work. So it's like $160 in gas for me to drive to Fort Smith. So at least we're gonna cut the gas bill in more than half. And the gas bill will go up for the Honda, but it won't be as much for the truck. So there it is. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, bittersweet at the end. Man.
Changes are good.
That's what it was. All these acres in Paris. It's just a memory. Well, it will be just a memory. It'll be just a stage and a stepping stone for what's to come. I'd like to also, trying to zoom in a little. Well, never mind. I was trying to zoom in on the buildings behind us there, but I don't want to move the camera. So if I move the camera, it's not going to be in the right position, and we're going to have to fix it all over again. Anyway, both of the buildings are gone. The big 14 by 40 is going to Destiny, and the 12 by 32 has already been spoken for. It's not sold as of right this second. The cash money hasn't flowed, but it's spoken for, and the new owner will be taking the building by the 1st of September. First part of September, the new owner will have the building moved and things like that. We are working out a deal to where at least we will be able to make enough money on this deal to be able to pay whatever first month rent we have, whatever deposit we may have, and at least pay for the U-Haul moving truck. So things are rolling. Time's not going to stand still for nobody, especially not for us. So here it goes. The next video that we make, I don't know, we might be doing some work around here. I know we have to take all the boards that we started putting up to join the houses together. We're gonna have to take all those boards down. I'm gonna have to get myself another weed eater, or possibly borrow a weed eater to get some things cleaned up around the house and things like that, so that I can get whatever's under the house out. We also will be taking down our patio well shed and reassembling it wherever we move, because it's our patio well shed. And I like it. You know, it was a beast. It was a beast. Hey, I've assembled that patio well shed twice now. Well, we have assembled it twice. Once by ourselves, and once with some help from some friends over in Oklahoma, Chris and Amy. Thanks a lot, guys.
Sorry to take down all the hard work.
All the hard work. Man. Maybe you want to come help us put it back together. Nobody does. I don't want to put it back together, let alone anybody else. So, we'll check it out. I do want to say a big shout out to our friends Jamie and Kevin from Old Works Littlefield. They have been on our backs about, let me know when you need the help. We got you. We got you.
Love you guys.
We love you guys. Kevin, I'm going to call you back when I get home today. I'm home. I'll call you back shortly.
Listen, Kevin, I've tried to remind him every day.
I've been working.
I did remind him every day.
I've been working. I won't say working too late. I've been working. These last 2 weeks, I got 6 hours of overtime in.
That's good.
Like 30 minutes each day almost, kind of creeping up, building it up a little bit. So anyway, I've been getting home a little bit later than expected. It is right at an hour drive because of 5 o'clock traffic in Fort Smith from any of the apartments that I work in all the way back to Paris. Hour drive. So, kind of tired. We eat dinner and I'm out of there. But I'm going to give you a call back here shortly. Gonna go in here and get this video ready for you guys. And yeah, that's what we did today. We told you that we were gonna bring you along. And that wasn't our initial trip. We have been looking for about a month. We've been looking at different ones. These are the ones that we've just narrowed down that fit our needs. We found some nice places in Greenwood. Hey, the city of Greenwood is nice. I'm talking about nice. I don't say upscale neighborhood, but nicer houses, newer appliances, newer fencing. But, and we even, I would like to point out that when you put in an application fee, you got to pay for 2 people, and it's $60 an application fee. They busted over your, dang, man. Whew. Get it off me. Anyway, we got approved, but the doggies did not get approved, or did not get approved. We got approved for several places. We spent better close to $500 in those last month doing application fees, and yeah. Doggies are important.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave this video with this thought. We said we were gonna find a spot that allowed us to have all of our animals. We said we were gonna find us a spot with a fenced-in backyard, and we said we were gonna find a spot that was within our budget. Because remember, we're paying $1,900 for the buildings and for this property. And that's before still buying building materials. That's before buying gas for the generator. Remember this, your electric bill might be on the high side at $350, $400. That's an average generator bill for us every month. This month of August has been taxing. I forgot what the summer was like, running 2 buildings. This is why I didn't want to be in the camper this summer. We're gonna do it. I told you we were gonna do it. I told her we were gonna make it happen. Don't believe me, just watch. Keep on following your dreams, guys. We might be bouncing around. This is all a part of ours. Remember, if you can dream it, bye.